And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. Ron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Walker.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And the Clippers starting 5. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at center. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Tatum. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Smart deciding where to go with it. A new 14 for Boston. Tatum's shot is off. Walker against Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 2 pretty high-level defensive teams tonight, Doris. Is that due to talent, scheme, or hustle, or what do you attribute it to?
I think, Kevin, you just named the 3 things that are prerequisites to being a great defensive unit. Number 1, you have got to have individual talent that is suited athletically to guard. Number 2, you've got to have a great scheme that the coach has put in position. How are you guarding the pick and roll? Do you want to top lock? Do you want to get out and challenge? Are you switching the pick and roll? And a lot of that comes down to, do you want to be great? Are you going to lay it all out there? Are you going to sacrifice your body? All of those things are a necessity.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
No, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. To the inside. On the left block. And it's Harrell missing. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Rockets in Houston. Outside, George. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
Now here's Smart. 23 points for him the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post, possesses great touch and great length.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Walker's got 5. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Everly with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Leonard lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Smart kicks to Walker. The dish to Tatum. Back to Walker. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Tice. Smart on the wing. Inside, Tatum, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Now, here is George. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Philadelphia.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Celtics passing it around. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now, here's Beverly. Passes it to George. Outside Leonard. Over to the left wing. From deep. The Clippers keep it alive. Here's Harrell. Almost, but it rolls out. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Smart dishes to Walker. Outside Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Jason Tatum is the complete package on the offensive end. He can drive it, he can get to the mid-range, and now the three-point shot.
Pass to Harrell. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Celtics. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George passes to Leonard. Harrell drives in.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. And the Celtics with possession here. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Here's Cantor. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. There's the pass to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Clippers trail by 4. Beverly looking around. Pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Passes to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Here's Smart. And that misses everything. LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. A nice shot by George.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Here's Smart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Tice. And here is Tatum. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Zubats. The Clippers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
The kick out to Tatum. Lots of room. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Gordon Hayward comes in for Daniel Tice. Brown, he's checked in for Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Jackson. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Can't connect from short range. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 9 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Over in the corner, Green. Outside, George. To the middle. They get a hand on it. Here's Jackson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. In the corner, Tatum with it. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Now George. Now the pass to Williams. 5 on the clock. George against Tatum. A nice shot by George.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from George. Morris outside. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. Boston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. It's Williams with the drive, and the slam by Williams.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Here's Wanamaker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Brown. Here's Poirier. Guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Poirier.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Celtics. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Free throw good for Morris.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Both good from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. Back to Wanamaker. Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Jackson. They get it back. Outside Green for the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Brown drives in. Banked in off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. The shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Down low. Shots good by Green. Green's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. With the teardrop, and that one is off. Good work defensively by Morris. Jackson with it, picked up by Brown. Jackson dishes to Williams. A baseline J. Here's Green. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Brown with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston. Right wing. Here's Wanamaker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Now here's Williams. Outside, Green launches a 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Over Williams. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Morris. Back to Williams. From the arc. And another 3 for the Clippers.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Celtics trail by 8. Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. Back to Wanamaker. 4 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Takes the turnaround J. Poirier no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Jackson, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And that one falls for Jackson. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Williams. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Poirier. Brown against Leonard. They need this. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete. Love it.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston.
Draw shot.
And the free throw, no good. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
The Celtics shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Kemba Walker.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brown outside. Cantor kicks to Brown. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Clippers leading by 9. Here's Jackson. Pass to Shamet. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Taking a look at Boston. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And when I look at the Clippers, they're one of those teams that people seem to underestimate. Not expecting to be this high on the list at this point in the year.
Outside, Walker from downtown. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here is Shamet. Last game he had 13. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kemba Walker picks one up. For Los Angeles, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in. And he makes both free throws. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. 11-point game. And the pass to Cantor. High arcing shot. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the score.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Here's Walker. 26 points for him last game against Houston.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Now here's Smart. It's hauled in by George.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Shot's good by Walker.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Walker against George. That one misses, and it's Boston the other way. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Right side to Walker. Cantor inside. He's covered by Shamet. The shot's good from Cantor.
Well, this guy is a skilled scorer from that area. Once Enes Kanter gets a little bit of position, he's good.
Now, here's Zubac. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. He gets it in there. Leonard's got 10 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Walker. Kicks it to Tatum. Pass to Kanter. Now here's Walker. Poked loose. George with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, Kevin, terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Doris, you can't say enough about the defense of Paul George. I mean, he is absolutely terrific on that end of the floor.
That is in addition to being an all-NBA level offensive performer. So you think about what Paul George brings on the defensive end. The on-ball defense is incredible. He knows when to help off on drives. This guy is easily one of the best defenders at his position, if not the best.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Celtics trail by 13. Outside, Walker. Dishes it to Smart. They double him with George. And here's Walker outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Hey, Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Cantor. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Walker. An easy 2 points on the layup. 12 points for him.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Beverly against Walker. George, that's a 2-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smart goes in. Passes it to Tice. George with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. He's one of the standouts over the last month. 7th in steals, 8th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. That's good from Beverly. Doris, don't you think that every trade deadline always seems to have a different feel to it?
Yeah, some years it seems like there's so much movement, a ton of action, and then other years the trade deadline can come and go with virtually no storylines. So hard to predict what happens year to year.
All free throws good from Beverly. Here's Walker. He's got 12. Over Beverly, and again it's Boston converting.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Beverly against Walker. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. It's stolen by Tice. Now Tatum. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Beverly wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Beverly's got 9 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Walker. Pass to Tice. He kicks it to Cantor. Clock at 6. Knocked away. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and Morris subbed in for Harrell. Beverly against Tatum. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 18. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Back to Walker. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in. Walker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Here's Poirier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Poirier's got his second basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Green deciding where to go with it. Inside, picked off in midair. Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. .11 left to play in the first half. Ball's knocked loose. And now the Clippers on the break. Yes, that goes in. Beverly's got 11.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Here's Wanamaker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He dishes it to Tatum. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. Here's Williams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 9 points in the game so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It's stolen by Morris. To the middle. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. Outside Tatum. 15 seconds left in the first half.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Morris passes to Williams. Some solid defense from Brown.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 2 block shots, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Cantor in at the center position. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Smart finds Tatum. And a wide open look for Walker. No good with the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Leonard with no one around. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Walker.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Dora, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Beverly against Walker. There's the pass to Tatum. Smart on the wing. Six on the shot clock. Shoots from the line, and he nails the jumper.
I tell you, it's not often, but Marcus Smart working the pick and roll, effective in that particular instance.
Beverly against Walker. And George now top of the key. To the right side. Here's Harrell. It's blocked.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Walker. Drops in the layup for 2. Walker's got 21 in the game.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
There's the double team with Walker. Here's Zubac. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Zubac has got 6 points.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Walker against Beverly. They grab their own miss. Cantor. And the rejection by Harrell. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. Walker in the corner.
Don't let him shoot that.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Beverly. Walker with some nice D. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Out left to the wing. The shot. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Bounce pass, Harrell. George finds Beverly. Lob pass to George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And they're moving it up. Here's Walker. Cantor, the pass to Tice. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Walker. 23 points in the game.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Out to the right wing. Zubac with it. He has 6. Back to Beverly. Clock at 6. Harrell down low. Defended by Tice.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Walker kicks to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's Walker penetrating. The layup missed. Clippers leading by 22. George double teamed. Passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
Here's Walker. 23 points in the game. From outside the arc, connects from three-point range. Walker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Tatum. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Here's Jackson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Walker the pass to Williams. Cantor with it. There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by Harrell. And George, here we go.
Look out! Strong finish. I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
A difficult situation for Boston. Walker dishes to Brown. Smart kicks to Brown. To the inside, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
To the paint, and Morris throws it down.
Well, at 6'9" with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
The Celtics shooting around 40% in the third, maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Walker's shot is off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 8. 6 to shoot. Fader on the way. That shot missing. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by George.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Here's Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The Clippers in second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. So for the Clippers, JaMychal Green comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Landry Shamet. He hits the second from the line. Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Williams passes to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Over Green. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got his first basket.
This is one of Hayward's go-to shots. Phenomenal at getting the space he needs.
Williams kicks to Jackson. And he's way off from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Austin with the ball. After the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. Here's Wanamaker. Great D that time from Green.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
So it's the Celtics now, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Hayward on the wing. Over Green. Hayward can hit. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Here's Wanamaker, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Brown outside. Kept alive by Boston. Poirier, no good. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Here's Wanamaker, following the score by Lou Williams. Williams up on top, covered by Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Williams. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Well, I love it. Drivers think they see a crease to the lane and go for it. And eventually, he shuts the door.
And that one falls for Williams.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here is Williams. He's got 11. Morris outside. And a miss there on the triple. It's tipped. Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Poirier. Williams against Green. Williams passes to Walker. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it from 20. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Green's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Morris. Rebounded by the Celtics. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Jackson against Hayward. Unloads from 13. That one falls. Hayward's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Gordon Hayward, such a pure jump shooter. High percentage shots, makes it look easy.
Williams kicks to Green. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Count that bucket. Williams has got 13.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The kick out to Brown. Back to Walker. Over Williams. And too long on the shot. And Los Angeles guys shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Jackson finds Williams. The pass to Green. Corner shot. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got his 8th rebound here tonight. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hayward passes to Brown. Pass to Williams. Passes it to Poirier. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Williams. Marcus Morris is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Magruder in at the 2. Edwards passes to Poirier. Pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. The tray. They get it again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Williams looking over the floor. The pass to Morris. Back to Williams. Fires from deep. That shot no good. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Langford. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Kabengele. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
To the left side wing. Green against Williams. The 10-footer. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The first free throw is good. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. The Clippers also making some changes. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And both free throws good for Green. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Now here's Edwards. There's the dish to Williams. Shoots over Shamet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that 3-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And Boston has possession. Now Langford. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Langford. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. 11 feet away. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And there's the bucket from Magruder.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And so it's Boston with it. Passes it to Langford. Here is Edwards. And he converts the layup.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Beverly against Edwards. Pass to Magruder. In the corner. Shamet with it. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, Greg, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here is Edwards. Clippers able to drain the three. The pass to Poirier. And it's Tice in the corner. Outside Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Shamet's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Langford, he can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Fires from 14. The shot will not fall. The Celtics shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. The three drops in the tray. Langford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is where Langford can really improve as a jump shooter. Off the catch, looking really good on that one.
It's a hand on it. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Beverly against Edwards. Left side Williams. Back to Tice. Now here's Edwards. He's covered by Shamet. Edwards can't hit. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Langford with it. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Here's Boston now. Inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Beverly against Edwards. Magruder kicks to Green. No good on the triple. And for the Celtics, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Magruder, and that one, good. Magruder's got 6 points in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Boston shooting a meager 37% for the game. Here is Edwards. Doris, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Shamet. And the Celtics making a change here. Wanamaker's checked in. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Los Angeles. He's perfect from the line this time. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Kicks it to Langford. Edwards passes to Langford. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I just watched Romeo Langford. And guys, he looks the part in every way. Big, smooth, great change of direction, and he can flat out score.
And the first one drops. I'm talking about Langford's ability to put up points. He has that popular step-back jumper, Greg, that's so difficult to defend.
Yeah, and you immediately think of James Harden, but a lot of guys use that step back. The one thing Langford does well, he gets to the rim where he can use all that length.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Beverly. Shamet on the wing. Shoots over Langford. Los Angeles with another miss. The Celtics shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Wanamaker. Pass to Poirier. From past the arc. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Nuggets, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here's Wanamaker. Up and in on the layup.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Noah. Here's Magruder. The offensive rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's his first foul. Morris is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Celtics shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Langford with it. Morris is there.
a lethal attacker. Langford enjoys finding those avenues to the bucket and then just torching the defense.
And here is Shamet. On the wing, Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Jacks up a three. Wanamaker misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
On the wing, Morris. There's the triple. That one, no good.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
And Los Angeles guys shooting well, 50% from the floor. Now, here's Shamet. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by Morris.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And Langford with the stuff.
And how about the hops Langford has? Terrific at just rising up and being free and then throwing it down.
Now, here's Shamet. The three from Morris buries it from three-point range.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-game.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Paul George.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Kabengele. He kicks to Noah. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. And it's Kabengele missing. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. Pass to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls. That one misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Lou Williams, you made some big shots to get the win tonight.
I just wanted to stay aggressive. You know, shoot or shoot. That's what we're supposed to do. I've always been a confident guy. Never got down on myself, so I just continue to be aggressive and just concentrate on the first shot.
Lou, nobody has ever doubted your confidence. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.